that we can walk out of here with a different feeling. Seriously, I commended the guys just for the last 3 days. Just the approach. There wasn't any feeling sorry for ourselves. It's just trying to get better. We need to get better, and even after tonight, we have to continue to get to another level. But it's good to see guys stick with it, stay with it, the process, and then get finally a result that has been better for us than the last few times at home.
It's obviously not uncommon for a team to run out and then have it become a game real fast. That happens in this league all the time. But for what you guys have gone through, what were some of those conversations like tonight as far as just resolve and not letting negative thoughts, which could creep in pretty easily, take over?
Well, I'll tell you what. In the last 3 days, we've gone through basically every situation of how to close quarters, how to sustain leads, how to bounce back when another team makes a run, how to close out a game, what is our offensive package, what are the looks, what are the counters, what are the third layers, and then how do we get a defense that can get some winning stops at the end.
Couple of things on fashion statements. First, the meaning of the Craig Sager statement, you and your staff.
Yeah.
And also, can you take us through the decisions to go unviced tonight?
Yeah, this speaks for itself. Obviously, there's quite a few coaching staffs around the league that are doing this to honor Craig Sager, but even a bigger thing than, to carry on the torch that he started with this awful thing that we know as cancer, and the Jimmy V Foundation. This is just to bring some more light to it, to try to raise more awareness, raise more money, and for us that knew Craig. I got to know him when I was a scout 20 years ago, being on the road all the time, and then what he stood for. And if you have an opportunity, please just watch his speech at the SB. So it was great. Just talking about how important time is. So this was something that we definitely wanted to do because of our friendships with Craig. I also thought this would be a good thing just to kind of honor Coach Ramsey. I wanted to do that last year, and I didn't do it, and on his birthday, I was going to wear something just as a sign of respect. But this all fits, and hopefully we can raise some more awareness about this. The Vice uniforms, actually, it had nothing to do with that. It's just we've done this before as an organization. When we go to the red uniforms, it's just to change the dynamic. We love the Vice campaign. Our players love it. Our staff loves it. This was just something we wanted to do for our game, just to mix it up, and it really had nothing to do with anything other than that.
Josh Richardson leads the team tonight with 20 points, and he got up to a hot start as well. How important was it to get his confidence up after missing a game winner last game?
Well, he's, I asked him to ask Dwayne if Dwayne knew how many game-deciding shots that he's missed over the course of his career. There's zero chance he would have any idea. He maybe remembers a handful of them, but he remembers the ones that he made, and that's the key. When you're in that kind of situation, you have to have a quick memory, and he did. He had that big bucket going down the stretch going to his left. We really needed that for some relief.
Dwayne down the stretch.
Yeah.
Just not just making the right decision, but there were times he called his own number, and times where he could almost just, he could see things 2 or 3 passes ahead and set things up.
No question.
Obviously he's here to play that closer role, but has he played it in any game this season maybe as well as he has tonight?
No, tonight he was just dissecting everything, playing at the appropriate pace, and that's something that we're really using him to help our other playmakers learn how to play with more pace, more poise, a little bit of a slower tempo just to get where you want to get to, and then more importantly to be able to see what the defense is doing. When we got flattened out a little bit and we reinserted Dwayne, everything just kind of came down to a calm, and the Hall of Fame players have that kind of that kind of impact.
They finished at nearly 18 points per game below their average. The best things you did defensively tonight were what, do you think?
It all kind of worked together. It's not just one side of the basketball court. It's both ends. We took care of the ball better. We had better game management during the course of the game when leads could go quicker, or we have an opportunity to extend the lead, or we have an opportunity to slow it down without pulling the air out of the ball, but just to execute. I thought that was better. And then defensively, for the most part, protecting the paint and the rim and our house against a team that does it as well as anybody. They're incredible at attacking the paint.
Bam again. I know he's not necessarily a designated closer, but how much does his energy sort of coming in as a boost help change the dynamic also?
Well, it gave us a big boost at the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter. There's no question about it. You could feel it. And then in the second half, in the fourth quarter, he was a rock of stability for us on both ends, anchoring our defense and protecting the rim. But before Dwayne went back in with 3 minutes to go, we actually were running a decent amount of our offense through Bam to be able to get us into an action and open up some of our guards. And that shows you how far he's come in a year and a half.